What's up, everybody? Soren Baker here on Unique Access, and today we're joined by RBX.
What up, y'all?
Yes, thank you for coming through, sir.
For sure. Always.
Always a pleasure.
You got to do it.
And you know this. Yes, yes. So, RBX, man, you have been part of several of the biggest movements in rap history, and especially West Coast rap history. So, taking it back, obviously Snoop is your cousin and everything, and you know, knowing Snoop for a long time, obviously. But the thing I wanted you to talk about was, what was the atmosphere of the pre-Chronic 213 Snoop / kind of that vibe that was going on? Because you weren't rapping at the time, right? Or you were about to start?
In all honesty, I've always been rapping, but
okay.
I didn't ever take it serious.
Okay, that's
and my primary focus at that time was football. I got to play the Poly, Long Beach Poly High, got a scholarship, went to UNLV. So I was basically striving to make moms happy at that point. She wanted me to go to college and all that. I really wasn't feeling the college thing at that time, but I had a scholarship, and then I was told by some of my elders, hey man, you got a free ride to go to school, so that's what we're gonna do. So then with that happening, I just, moved around and began enlightening myself on different things, and came home on one of those breaks when I wasn't supposed to come home.
Okay.
And my cousin D.O.C was telling me, he said, you know your cousin is rapping right now. Because my cousin Tate stayed DJing. He said, Snoop is rapping. I said, no. What? He was like, he kind of nice. I said, what he called himself? He was like, Snoop Rockski. I said, Snoop Rockski. Okay, we gotta talk to this cat. I don't know about the Rockski, but we gonna go holler at him. And Snoop was doing this thing, he was pulling it together. Then I knew Warren, at that time I didn't know his a connection with Dre.
Okay.
I didn't know none of that. I just knew these was the Youngs, it's my little cousin, and Nate Dogg. Nate Dogg was not as young as Snoopy then, but these was my dogs. And I knew Nate can sing, but I didn't know he was that.
Right.
He was, and then we were just like, okay, so, and it seems that I wasn't there all the time because I had to go back to school. If Snoop would put something, it would just be an idea. Like, we gonna do this one day because we sound real good. So when I came home for good, the school thing was all done with all that. Snoop was doing his thing, running around acting wild. And every now and then we'll meet up at one of the spots, and we'll have some 40s and smoke us some blunts or whatnot. And either one of the homies to get the bamming on something or had a beatbox, and Nate pop off, and the whole thing. And me and Nate was like, and I had that voice. Nate was like, you got that voice. And I was like, no, you got that voice. He's like, no, you got that voice. You Vincent Price. And I'm like, man, but you can sing.
Right.
So we kind of knew we had something, but it didn't all click until Warren went and took the demo to Dre, and then they went and got Snoopy, and Snoopy went up there, and then that all started happening, and I think Snoopy had already had joints with Nate. So when he started taking that to the fold, Dre heard like, well, damn, who's this? So that's Snoop. Okay, well, who's that? Oh, that's Nate. Well, who's that monster? That's RBX. So that's pretty much how that all came about. And I took Snoop to go see Dre one day because he had a meeting, and that's when Dre heard me talking and was like, "Man, you got a voice like a radio announcer. Can you rap?" And before I could say, I wasn't trying to step on toes. And sometimes situations is just, you just stay in your lane. So I didn't really tell him. I wasn't like, yeah, I rap on this to my demo. I didn't say none of that. I just talking. He said, can you rap?
It's like, as a matter of fact.
Before I could say anything, Snoop had already said, can he, man, can he? Snoop put it on. Dre was like, yeah, Dre, stupid dope. And Dre was like, let me hear something. I didn't really look the part. I mean, I wear glasses. I believe at that time, the glasses I had was broke.
Okay.
And this arm had my glasses leaning kind of way. I look crazy, bro. Matter of fact, when I first met Rage, she was like, oh my God. Dre was like, yup, I just signed him. He gonna be with us. He on the Chronic. Rage's response was like, oh, I just think you just letting anybody on this record now. She didn't give me no love. What's up, Rage? She ain't give me no love. She was like, wow. I said, you want me to spit something for you? She said, no. And I said, okay, fine. I didn't know how dope she was, though. Because if I didn't know she was dope as she was, I might have not been popping.
Okay. Yeah, Rage can get down.
She could hold on, so I guess we ended up from that on the 213. Dre started working with Warren and Snoop. I took Snoop to meet Dre for a video. Dre hear my voice, I get pulled in the fold. Then I started meeting Rage and some other, folks that was gonna be part of the nucleus that was the Chronic. It was kind of like the Terror Dome. At first it wasn't. At first it was nice and peaceful, but then Suge got a notion. He was like, well, if I'm gonna run with these cats, this is what he told Dre, if you sure these is the ones, then they gotta be the truth. Because I ain't gonna be putting none of my money behind them cats that ain't the truth. So what we gonna do is, we gonna go and we gonna battle here and we gonna battle there. And I think we went to like some of the projects. We was in Jordan Downs.
Okay.
Then we had a battle. They had it all set up. His homeboys that was over there had their artists that was supposed to be battling the Death Row artists. Naturally, we ran through them. And then they set it up again. And bow, we beat them up again. And then they set it up again. And then we beat them up again. And then they set something else up. And then we beat them up. But by this time, everybody was like, yo, that's the unit right there. They the truth. And once that was all confirmed by Dre, he was like, my unit go. We didn't weather the test. They done battled everything that wanted to battle them right here, the projects, whatever. And nobody tucked their tail or waved or quivered or nothing. So that's when we started putting the album together.
Okay.
And that's how that happened.
And then, so for you guys, obviously at this point, Dre's super accomplished, but he's also kind of starting from ground zero to a degree. But for you being around this environment, how did you see the level of what, maybe Nate, Snoop, and Warren G were versus like what Dre was as far as how the interaction, and for you, like how you fit into all of it?
It was, I didn't really see Dre as this big superstar. After I met him and we was in the studio a few times, I actually was like, okay, that's my dog. I really didn't understand the dynamics of the business.
Okay.
I was naive. I didn't understand that, how the structure of friendship lies and business relationships versus your buddies. There's a difference. Business relationships versus your homeboys. There's different levels of all this. So once everything got put into perspective, I think I acclimated well to it. I just needed to know what I was dealing with. And he never really came off on nobody like no superstar.
Okay.
We already knew what he did.
Right.
And it's Dr. Dre. He don't got nothing to prove. We the ones that got to prove. So the pressure was on the MCs, the rappers, because we already know that's Dre. And then we had D.O.C. And D.O.C. was like, Dre don't lose, Jack. He gonna make these beats and all y'all got to do is do your thing. And if your bars really wasn't up to par, D.O.C. pretty much was like the coach.
Yeah, he'll let you know.
That's some bullshit. What's up, OC?
So with that, when you guys, given Dre's pedigree and D.O.C.'s pedigree, when you were making it, what did you think as far as like this could be bigger than NWA? It was going to be bigger than NWA? You never thought about any of that, or you didn't even think it could come close?
Once again, me being naive, I had no idea. I think I was sitting on, I was having a smoke once, and Doc pulled up, and I'm talking to Doc, and I say, man, Doc, I just listened to the record in its entirety, bro. I think it sounds pretty good. And we might sell 1 million records. This is what I'm thinking.
Right.
Dre say, O.C. say, man, this Dr. Dre, it's probably gonna walk out the front door with 1 million units attached to it.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, mega platinum, like many millions. I never been on no record before at that time.
Right. That's what I'm
So
saying.
I had
It's
no
crazy.
idea. I had no idea. I couldn't fathom what he was speaking on, and it didn't dawn on me to what was going on till one of my homegirls, she came pick me up. You know, things were still kind of tense at Death Row. The record was blowing up, but the money was weird, and I don't think I had a bunch of money at that time. Kind of depressed, and I said, the records come out, they still ain't paid us. This is some bullshit.
And it's before Doggy Style or after?
This was when the Chronic.
Or this is just the Chronic?
This is the Chronic. This was before the Chronic came out, and so the homegirl said, "Okay, you need to get something out. You're depressed. I'm about to come get you, and we about to go to the beach." So we drive to the beach, and we driving down. We're on our way to Venice Beach, and every car that we pull up on was playing the Chronic. Oh, bro, I was dumbfounded, man. I was like, what's going on here? Like, this ain't never happened to me before. And then I pull up on the car and I would hear, oh, hear me? That's me. I'm like, but don't nobody know it's me. I'm in the homegirl's pink Volkswagen Beetle, and on the passenger seat, laid back, like, you know, she driving her thing, and nobody knows it's me. And I'm sliding through all this sea of people, and they bumping this shit, and I'm like, man, that's me. That's the homies.
Right.
So it was extra surreal. Didn't really click in till I was watching MTV, and I think the old VJ Kurt Loader.
Okay.
Kurt was talking, and he was like, man, and it was just this record, this whoop, 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 whoop. And I'm thinking, I'm listening, I'm like, yeah. And it's called The Chronic, and I'm like, oh, that's us, bro. You know, you're talking about The Chronic, and he said, this record is a whirlwind. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, maybe D.O.C. was right. Maybe it might be more than